piece, or
Yeah.
the tablecloth is crooked.
Yeah.
And like there's all this stuff going on, but somebody will notice that and point
I'm
it out
like,
to you in
really? What I'm talking about is not important enough for you to not. But what I found out is this person said, "Oh no, I've watched it like 4 times."
Dancing through the shadows.
So I take it as a compliment then. Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Sedona International Film Festival 2024. I'm Tanya June Moore. This is our 30th year. My heart is beating because we're coming up on the last couple of days of the festival. And we have some people in the seat tonight, or sorry, Saturday night is going to be the big showing of this at the Sedona Performing Arts Center. And we had an interview yesterday afternoon, if you didn't catch it, Dancing Through the Shadows. And I'm blessed to have some more Dancing Through the Shadows people with me. What are your names? And please introduce the film.
Okay, I'm Agnes Bristow, and I'm the writer and producer. And the film is Dancing Through the Shadow, which is actually based on a book by the same title.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you are?
And I'm Russell Ewan. I play Bubba, which is dad in Chinese, in the film.
So, okay, I heard yesterday that there was all kinds of things about making this film. I want to show people the trailer again and get people excited and involved, and then we're going to come back and talk about where we shot it. Please roll the trailer.
I met someone today. His name is Jason. He's shy, gentle. He's the most handsome man I've ever seen.
Yeah, this thing with Jason, it's over now.
You have a duty to obey your mother.
I will choose a man, and you will marry him.
I would not be forced into an arranged marriage.
If you choose Jason, you'll be dead to me.
We are the Red Guards. We are Chairman Mao's army, and we are taking control of the school.
If you disobey us, we will kill you.
Death to the enemies of Mao Zedong!
You want me to make an example of you? I could leave you at the mercy of these Red Guards.
No!
Your boyfriend is going to be sent to a labor camp.
I want to be your wife.
Marrying me could push me into more danger.
I don't care. I love you.
When I get back at night, I just close my eyes and I dream of you.
My name is Tia.
We would like to invite you to London.
London, England.
Yes, on a cultural exchange.
How was your trip?
London is amazing. I want us to live there.
You have to be more careful.
Are you scared? I'm used to living in fear.
Have you ever thought of leaving?
Yes. You helped Baryshnikov defect from Russia.
I did. It could be very dangerous to you. If word gets out, we'll be arrested.
Welcome back, everyone. And this is a real insider's look at what most Western cultures have no idea what's happening. What was it like shining a light on this through the lens of that film and the book?
Well, it was phenomenal, just the whole process of writing the book. And first when I met Tia, she was very reluctant to tell secrets, to tell her story. There was so many things about her life that she never told anyone. And when I asked, because when I met her and found out a little bit about her life, it was completely foreign to me, completely. But I thought it would be a fascinating story to tell. It took me 2 years to convince her that it was okay, because she said, you have to understand me and my life and where I am now for me to feel comfortable to trust you. So I spent a lot of time with her, finding out about her culture. We compared, I grew up in Outport, Newfoundland, in a community of about 50 people, and she grew up in a completely different world. And I had to learn and start the process of trying to see the world through her eyes and walk in her footsteps. And that was a challenge because, you know, you grow up and there's the buildings around you and the people and the way you respond to things and how you conduct yourself within your family and your community. And I would look at things and make judgments based on where I came from. But she came from a completely different world and culture, and to try to see it through her eyes and try to find her voice
Yes.
within that.
Well, and what year was it that you were putting all of this together and you
Well,
were
it was-
interviewing her?
Yeah, I started actually when she retired from Canada's National Ballet School, which I believe was 2004.
Okay.
And we had tea, and then she started coming to my house, and we'd sit at the dining room table for like all day, for days and days and days, and just talk about everything. Not so much about her story, but just get to know each other.
Yeah, personal.
And just building a relationship and a friendship and trust.
And this is very relevant to your culture.
Yes.
How do you feel like this turned out? Did this feel like a complete story told through the eyes of, somebody from Canada and not somebody from the Chinese culture?
Yeah. Everybody was extremely careful and informed themselves a lot about the Chinese culture when we were doing this film. And they were even flexible during the filming. Like, we would say, oh, we wouldn't do it this way, we might do it this way. But for a lot of people in my generation, it was also educational for us because I grew up in a generation where I wasn't allowed to speak Chinese, for example. We were told to assimilate 100% into the white culture as much as possible. So for a lot of us, we learned a lot about our own culture just doing this film.
Was there a cultural attaché on set?
We did. We had a lot of people who were part of the Chinese community, who were consulting every step of the way. Absolutely.
And it really feels like, and this is for both of you, but I feel like you might have an answer to this. Previously, and we talked about this yesterday off camera, any other culture, but Chinese culture in particular, was always portrayed as some sort of like the joke, the punchline to some, other joke.
Yes.
How did it feel to finally show up in full power and show that that's not who we are as a culture?
It was such a gift, I would say. I always tell this story where at the beginning of my career, after I graduated from theater school doing Shakespeare and Molière, there was no speaking roles for Asians because that was the thing back then. So I ended up doing a ton of martial art films.
Of course.
But that's not who we are, right? So this film, yes, it's a love story. And it's a story about a woman's strength and the love of her family, bringing her to find a better future for them, which is a common story for everybody. But the fact that it's within the Chinese culture, and it gives the Chinese culture or the Chinese people a voice, makes it even that much more important for us.
And it was really feminine-led, which is highly unusual in any culture at that time. That seemed to be the focus of the writing here.
Oh, absolutely. And the mother is a very important part of the Chinese family.
Yes.
Mother makes the rules. Mother decides everything.
And we don't see that. We see it as very much patriarchal, I feel, in white culture.
Yes.
If we have culture. Do we
Yeah.
have culture?
Tons of
Yeah. But around the table,
Yeah.
in the kitchen, in the home, the dynamics, I think, from just talking with so many Chinese people, I read a mountain of books, I talked to so many people who grew up there, and some of them during the time when Tia was growing up there, to get their perspective and their stories. But I think, from what I've gathered, mother is the person who is in charge of the children.
Yes.
Mother decides, in this particular case, who her daughter is going to marry.
Yeah.
And she had a daughter who was not having it.
Yes.
So it created a lot of conflict. So you have these two women.
Oh, there was some major
who are
discomfort.
just the power of these two women, and neither one of them were going to give in.
Well, she came by it honest. Let's be real.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes.
I'm very thankful that you brought a new version of something, and I think you're going to start seeing this globally more and more as technology grows. We're not allowed to hide anymore. Everything is coming out.
Yes.
And this might be the beginning, or one of the many beginnings that we have of seeing truth east meets west. So thank you for bringing this to us. Now, it screens tomorrow at the Sedona Performing Arts Center at 7 p.m. You've got the 7 p.m.
7
show?
p.m.
Yes.
Friday, 7 p.m.
So it is at SPAC tomorrow. Get your tickets. Oh, it's tonight. I thought it was Saturday night.
I've lost track of time.
It's Friday night? I am so sorry. I
It's
don't know what
tonight.
day it is anymore. I apologize, everyone. Thank you for the background here. Tonight at the Sedona Performing Arts Center at 7 p.m. Get your tickets. This is an epic. Where can they keep up with this online? Like website, social media feeds, and you all personally, especially as an actor?
IMDb, Instagram.
Okay, perfect. And you?
And of course, as Russell Ewan, I'm all over the place on social media, so they can follow me anywhere.
Perfect, perfect. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming back in and bringing us two new people to talk about this film with. I appreciate it very much. And stay tuned. There's going to be another filmmaker in the seat right after this. And as you are sharing our content, and please share our content out, it helps the festival and it really helps the filmmakers. All your photos, sharing the videos, sharing all of these interviews, please hashtag SIFF30, SIFF30, so that we can all be on the same page. And I will see you very shortly.